Hello, my name is Medea. I am the student in Manado State University, and right now I will describe about IELTS introduction. In IELTS, there are two types of tests. The first is academic and the second is general. This type of academic is usually aimed at students who want to continue their studies abroad, and while the general type is usually intended for the general public. What will be tested in IELTS is the ability of the test takers in listening, reading, writing, and speaking. The total test duration is 2 hours 45 minutes, does not include rest. For each stage, the division is listening has 30 minutes, reading has 60 minutes, writing has 60 minutes, and speaking has 11 to 14 minutes. In the listening, there are 4 sections with a total of 40 questions. Who is assessed on the test is how to examine, capture specific information, understand the gist of the conversation, and understand the speaker's opinion. The listening test format consists of 4, namely Section 1 in the form of a conversation between two people. Section 2 is a monologue. Section 3 is a conversation between 4 people. And the last is section 4 in the form of reading. The following are some strategies for success on the IELTS listening test. The first, keep in mind that the recording is played only once. Therefore, it is good participant listening carefully to the recording being played. Then the second is to read the question carefully before listening to the recording. And the last is familiarize yourself with various types of questions which is usually tested on this IELTS listening test. In the reading test, there are 3 reading sections with a total of 40 questions. Reading text can be taken from books, magazines, journals, and newspaper. The strategy for completing the reading test is reading skills practice routinely. The writing text took 60 minutes with a total of 2 assignments. First task lasts 20 minutes with the task of describing the report from tables or diagram with a minimum number of 150 words. Then there is a second assignment with duration of 40 minutes, namely writing an essay on one opinion or problem raised. Here are some strategies for completing the writing test. First, read each first question carefully. Second, familiarize yourself with describing the data, either data from newspapers and textbooks. And the last is have the opportunity to formulate ideas on exciting topics. The speaking test takes about 10 to 15 minutes. The test is in the form of an interview face-to-face between one participant and one examiner. Consists of 3 parts. Where is the part first with a duration of 4 to 5 minutes, for the introduction and interview the second part, with a duration of 1 to 3 minutes for individual talk and the third part with a duration of 4 to 5 minutes for a discussion on the topic. Here are some strategies for the speaking test. First is speak fluently. Second is use order accurate language. And last is speak in way that is easy to understand. When the test is complete, the examiner will give a score according to ability participants in using English. Participants will reachieve scores starting at 1 to 9. The following is a description of the assessment of each score. Band 0 for did not attempt the test. Band 1 is for non-user. Band 2 is for intermittent user. Band 3 is for extremely limited user. Band 4 is for limited user. Band 5 is modest user. Band 6 is for competent user. Band 7 is for good users. Band 8 is for very good user, and the last is band 9 for expert user. Some tip for success in IELTS is familiarize yourself with the test and put what you have learned and your time management as best you can. And the following book can be used for IELTS practices: Cambridge IELTS 3 with answers and Insight into IELTS by Vanessa Jackman and Claire McDowell.